post-spawn, funky time. Give them something little small bait. Lightweight, small worm, letting it just flutter slowly down to them. They're kind of lethargic. They're not after, they don't want to chase much, but if something just drifts right in front of them, they're apt to hit it. This is a 7-inch strike king thumper worm. It's got that little hook tail, and it just steadily goes to the bottom like that. It's just a morsel, it's not a big meal, and I can fish it in a couple ways. I'm sitting in 10 and 11 feet of water here, got a little 4-foot drop that comes out right here, and I'm just hopping this thing. Very similar to stroking a jig, but just lifting and letting it fall. And you'll develop a rhythm. Some days it's a big lazy hop, some days it's more of a violent hop. You'll be able to figure that out on how aggressively they take the bait. They thump it real hard, they probably want it moved a little faster. If it's a very, very light one, they want that slow, lazy fall. That little hooky tail worm of that thumper will fall like that nice and slow and stay in the strike zone a lot longer. But it's that vertical fall is what I'm wanting to do. So I let it, watch that line go all the way to the bottom. The line lays slack, I know it's on the bottom. I pick it up, kind of feel it a little bit, throw a little slack in the line, just kind of hop that worm up like that. When you throw that slack in the line, instead of pulling that worm a distance, the worm has a tendency to want to jump straight up. So every time I hop it like that, that's just like another presentation. It's like another flip to a bush. It's like another skip under a boat dog. Because that old bass will hit that thing as it falls. The other thing I like to do with this is, man, one of the best places to catch post-spawn fish are laydown trees. Big, bushy laydown trees that stick out off points, stick out off deep cut banks. Those old big females will lay up in there and wait, recoup a little bit, and then get ready to eat again later. We want to make it easy for them. This time of year, you know, a little piece of candy instead of a full-blown steak is a big deal to these fish. And they don't have a lot of energy to chase. Got him! Ooh, looky here, looky here. A good one. Look at that one. Whoo! I hopped that worm up and it just went tick. That's all there was to it. Good gosh. That is a hot fish. Come on, dude. Big old long, lean post-spawn fish. Look at him. Ah. About got him tired out. Oh, he came off. Dadgummit. Hop, let it go down. Hop. I hopped it up about 1.5 feet, and it went down about 1 foot. Just a light little tick. You see this worm? It's a 7-inch. It's not a big worm, not a big profile to it. Little light sinker, good straight shank worm hook. And when I rig this, I like to rig the tail out. So I come through the bottom of it, I want that tail to kick out 90 degrees so that it catches more water. I want it out that way away from the hook. This is 12-pound Seaguar InvisX, so it's a relatively light line technique, but that 12-pound, I can kind of calibrate the fall. I like the bait to fall about 1 foot per second. That way I can kind of count it down. And when I'm out there on a ledge, I want it the same way. So if I'm out there 20 feet deep, I may have a 3/8 or a 5/16 on a big worm or a 3/8 on a big worm instead of a 1/2 ounce or a 3/4 ounce. I want it to fall slowly. Anytime I've got suspended fish, I want it to have time for them to see it instead of shoo. I want it to just kind of flutter down with that little tail going toot, 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 toot. Another good fish. Oh, good gosh. Tennessee River Specials. You gotta love this place. All right, you've had enough fun. Come here. Little light worm, light sinker, light worm. Pretty heavyweight results.